Recently, there has been a significant increase in celebrity support for Palestine, with high-profile personalities. In this context, one of the beloved Hollywood stars, Selena Gomez, is one of them. She posted in her Instagram story that she is strongly supporting Palestine. It's not just about Selena Gomez. There are other celebrities who are standing with Israel and constantly posting on their social media profiles. Let's dig deep into Selena Gomez's stories and other Hollywood stars' support. First, let's talk about Selena Gomez. She recently expressed her support for Palestine on Instagram, posting a message asking for prayers for families and newborns in Gaza. She underlined the significance of focusing on what actually matters in life, assisting, motivating, and loving one another in her caption. While the post earned over 500,000 likes, it also sparked a wide range of reactions from the more than 100,000 commenters. Given the ongoing war and mounting death toll, some disagreed with Gomez on the matter, while others complimented her for speaking out. In a subsequent statement, Gomez stated unequivocally that her purpose was not to take sides in the fight, but rather to pray for peace and humanity for everyone. She is actually right. She is not asking their fans to support or get behind these controversial statements. In fact, just for the sake of humanity, she's asking her fans and followers to pray for children and humans killed in these casualties. Now, besides Selena, let's discuss other big Hollywood names as well. In an Instagram story on Tuesday, the singer said he is not interested in picking sides, but he expressed solidarity with the families brutally taken from us. Yes, we are talking about Justin Bieber. It is truly hurtful for both my Israeli and Palestinian friends. He stated in the letter, I believe we all instinctively recognize evil when we see it. To demonize all Palestinians or all Israelis seems wrong to me. I don't want to pick a side, but I do want to stand with the families who have been ruthlessly ripped from us. In a different Instagram story, Bieber posted a praying for Israel remark, which what appeared to be a photo of Gaza's damage in the background. The original post was removed and replaced with one with the identical message but a green-blue gradient background. The horrifying finding came 4 days after Hamas-led terrorist militants stormed the Israel-Gaza border as inhabitants were sleeping, dragging individuals including women and children in the streets, kidnapping some and brutally murdering others. More than 1,200 Israelis, including men, women, children, and the elderly were killed indiscriminately in one day, the deadliest terror act in Israeli history. After days of deafening quiet in the aftermath of the heinous terror assaults against Israel that shook the world this weekend, supermodel Gigi Hadid turned to Instagram on Tuesday to underline her deep empathy for the Palestinian struggle. Hadid, whose father is Palestinian, and who has previously spoken out in support of Palestinian fighters, did not identify Hamas but condemned terrorizing of innocent people under the pretext of the Free Palestine movement. Hadid's remark came just hours after her father referred to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as the new Hitler of modern times on Instagram. Her sister, model Bella Hadid, who has marched in pro-Palestinian rallies according to films posted on her social media accounts, has previously been accused of propagating anti-Semitic sentiments in the context of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. She has remained particularly silent with her almost 60 million Instagram followers since Hamas unleashed its horrific attacks on Israelis over the weekend. Critics have slammed the model for her silence on social media, with some claiming she had blood on her hands for her previous loud support for Palestinians. Ruffalo is one of the 40 celebrities who signed onto a letter organized by Artists for Palestine UK in support of Emma Watson's Instagram post advocating for Palestinian rights. We join Emma Watson in support of the simple statement that solidarity is a verb, including meaningful solidarity with Palestinians struggling for their human rights under international law. The letter said, we recognize the underlying power imbalance between Israel, the occupying power, and the Palestinians, the people living under a system of military occupation and apartheid, it continued, citing a Human Rights Watch report from the last year that suggested Israel was committing apartheid crimes. Ruffalo, a member of the Avengers and a Hollywood A-lister, frequently tweets in support of Palestinians and has even called for sanctions against Israel. Dua Lipa, an English singer and songwriter, expressed her solidarity for Palestinians during Israel's offensive on Gaza in 2021. Lipa published a lot of posts on what was going on in the Sheikh Zara neighborhood of occupied Jerusalem. There must be an end to the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. Not anymore. This is a matter of human rights. Wake up, people, she exclaimed. The singer also slammed a New York Times advertisement that featured a photo of her with model sisters Gigi and Bella Hadid along with the caption, "Hamas calls for a second Holocaust. Condemn them right now." Lipa was dating Anwar Hadid, the pair's brother at the time. The World Values Network, an organization founded and led by Shmuley Boteach, a prominent right-wing American rabbi with a history of attacking figures critical of Israel, paid for the commercial. The Grammy winner responded by publishing a statement decrying the advertisement and what it implied. "I utterly reject the false and appalling allegations that were published today in the New York Times advertisement taken out by the World Values Network," the message went on to say. "This is the price you pay for defending Palestinian human rights." She went on to say, Kylie Jenner wanted to use that sentiment to express her support for the people of Israel, but those who support Palestine criticized her and forced her to erase her Instagram post. Jenner was mirroring her sister Kim Kardashian's sentiments towards those killed in Israel, but the online backlash was brutal. Jenner chose to make another post after deleting the first one because she felt the need to clarify that she wasn't necessarily taking sides. She wrote the following on her Instagram stories: "Today's call to action, which we can all do, is to reach out to friends, colleagues, and members of your community who are in need. Check up on them and tell them you love them regardless of which side they are on. I further ask that during difficult times like these, no one be judged for speaking out or not, because everyone should be allowed to cope with crisis in the way that they feel most comfortable, whether quietly or publicly." In an unprecedented move, the non-profit entertainment industry organization CCFP spotlighted a powerful open letter, a clear and resounding voice from the entertainment world siding with Israel and condemning the actions of Hamas. The initiative marked a distinct shift in the usually reticent industry's stance on political matters. Gal Gadot, Israel's own Wonder Woman, on the silver screen echoed the sentiment, revealing her personal anguish over the conflict. "The devastation of lives lost and families torn apart weighs heavily on my heart," Gadot expressed. Her plea was not just for her homeland but for all affected. As she stated, "My prayers go out to everyone impacted by Hamas." The open letter, unprecedented in its candor and clarity, didn't just bear Gadot's signature. A constellation of stars added their weight to the message. Prominent figures like Lee Schreiber, Chris Pine, Amy Schumer, and Jamie Lee Curtis lend their names. Behind the scenes, influential industry mavens like writer-producer Ryan Murphy and director Anthony Fuqua also joined the chorus. Yet, as the world has come to expect, not every star aligns with this statement. Gigi Hadid, a supermodel with Palestinian roots, spoke up for Gaza earlier. However, her stance was met with a wave of criticism, underscoring the highly charged and divisive nature of the topic even within the glitzy corridor of Hollywood. Navigating the nuanced landscape of geopolitics, a handful of celebrities are braving the storm by championing the Palestinian cause. As minorities in the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, these stars risk not just the possibility of career setbacks but also the daunting barrage of criticism from a vast audience raised on a Western narrative. Their bold statements, far from going unnoticed, have ignited fierce debates among their followers. Accusations of anti-Semitism and endorsing terrorism are among the fiery comments these celebrities have to contend with. One following vented to Roger exclaiming, "Hiding behind anti-Zionist labels? Your disdain for the Jewish people is palpable." Kehlani, the musical sensation, wasn't spared either, with a disillusionized fan expressing, "Backing terrorist? I thought I knew your music and your mind." And when John Cusack took to Instagram with his views, an astonished follower remarked, "Never pegged you for anti-Semite." Yet, it's not all fire and fury. A significant number rally behind these brave voices, applauding their audacity. Many commend their unwavering determination to spotlight the Palestinian cause, appreciating their intent to broaden public understanding. Hollywood, it seems, is not just a realm of dreams but also of daring debates. Well, what are your thoughts about it? We would love to see your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel to get the latest updates about Hollywood celebrities. Goodbye!